Today, I'm revealing the 5 signs that a spirit of poverty has built a cage around your finances. And if you recognize any two of these signs, your hard work will never be enough until you break the spirit behind it. So please close attention to number 4, because it is the dangerous one, and it's likely to be the reason why your prayer of breakthrough have never been answered. So please pay attention to this, and we are going to unravel these 5 signs together. So follow me. The first sign is hand to mouth syndrome. What do I mean by hand to mouth syndrome? Is what we call just enough circle. It means having exactly enough to survive, but doesn't have enough to scale higher. So when people begin to live literally from hand to mouth, it's a wicked sign that poverty is at work. They never make enough to cater for their feeding, or clothing, or shelter, talkless or even saving. And sometimes, on the other hand, they may even make enough to survive only for their own mouth, and not enough to invest or participate in anything, even kingdom agenda. And that is the spirit of poverty at work, trapping a man to only make for himself but can't make for others. So when you ask for this kind of people for financial favor, they will not be able to help you. Why? Because all they make is just themselves. They don't have any extra left. And if this thing happens to be your life, it's a sign that spirit of poverty is at work. When people just make money, but everything they make is just what is only enough for themselves. It's not even enough for them. Let me just say they just manage it for themselves. They don't have extra left. So this kind of people, when you ask them for favor, they will not be able to do it. You get it now? So, and that's the spirit of poverty. That's one of the signs of the spirit of poverty. And when people begin to make money and they're just living literally from hand to mouth, it's a very chronic disease that poverty is at work. Very chronic disease that poverty is at work. And the second thing, or let's say the second sign that shows that poverty is at work, is sudden financial leaks. Let me explain. Sudden financial leaks means that every time or any time extra money comes in, a new emergency suddenly appears. Sometimes car repair, medical bills, maintenance. And I have been saying this and again, that the spirit of poverty does not mean that you are just poor. Sometimes the spirit of poverty can make sure that you are making money. You may even make money, but the money you are making, you are not going to use it for any tangible reason. They are called financial leaks. They are called devourers. So they can wear different kind of clothes but they have only one major aim. That major aim is just to make sure that you are financially stagnant. You see, have you seen some people, moments they have meaningful amount of money, or amount of money enter their account or enter their hand, suddenly there's emergency everywhere. Car begin to develop fault, someone in the family suddenly fell sick, machines in the office get knocked or even burned, some file a lawsuit against them. The list is endless. And that is where all the money will go. And immediately the money finish, everything returns to normal. That is the spirit of poverty at work. All those dimensions and many more are just signs that come together to serve just one goal. So I want to believe that spirit of poverty, or the signs of poverty, is not only that you are not making the money. Sometimes it can allow you to make the money, but it has an agenda to leak the money away. So those are the major spiritual signs that poverty, or let me say the spirit of poverty, is controlling your finances. The third sign that shows that spirit of poverty is controlling your finances is the fear of giving, or the fear of investing. It baffles me a lot, because I've seen a lot of people who have this fear, this paralyzing fear of let go of what they have, because they believe that and that's one of the signs of poverty as well. You see, A poor man always want to hoard money, but a rich man want to release. And I don't mean release in just squandering money. I mean release for investing for more money. When amount of money enter the hand of a poor man, they want to hoard it. But one thing I will tell people is that money is not meant to be trapped. Money is like a wandering bird. When it wanders, it can wander around your life for a circle. If you know how to send it on a errand, you still come back again. But no matter how much you hoard the money will still leave you. Money is not designed to stay in one place. It's that you use it to pay bills, utility bills, food, shelter, transport. It has to leave you. But the common secret, let me say the major secret of it is that people who understand money knows how to send an errand, because when you send money on an errand, it will come back to you again and send it again. So when you have people who spirit of poverty control their finances, they don't want to invest, they don't want to give, they love to hoard the money. And when the money will not finally leave them, it leave them on basis of something that you can't even happy with. So fear of investing, fear of giving. If you see an investor rather, or a businessman or entrepreneur, they are willing to invest the money, and sometimes they lose the money, they still invest again, they still use money again, because they believe one thing, that money is meant to be sent on an errand, money is meant to invest, money is meant to be used, it's not meant to be kept. So one of the major difference between the rich and the poor is that one learning how to send money on errand for more money to come back, and one has learned the habit of hoarding it. So one of the area where poverty will wound you a lot of time is when you learn how to hoard money. Not just savings, not talking about savings now, because there are different types of savings. There's savings as a culture, there's saving not to investment. But when you are saving, it seems that you're saving for a target, at least for your usage. That was different from being hoarding money. So anybody you see hoarding money, it is because spirit of poverty is controlling their finances. Also, the fourth one, which is a major one, is generational causes, what we call generational cycles. Um, this thing have a spiritual implications, because seeing the exact same financial struggle your parents or your relative had, regardless of your education or your job, shows that spirit of poverty is at work. Going through the pain your parents go through, your relative go through, despite your exposure, despite your intellectualism, despite your job, despite all your hustle, what you call it, despite what you have done, seeing those things, seeing yourself passing through those exact financial struggle shows that something is wrong. And also you understand the spiritual part of wealth, then this will not be a shocking revelation to you. You get it now? And many people are under the influences of struggle that they know nothing about. People are struggling financially just because they belong to a family chain. They will never excel financially, no matter what they do, right or wrong. And this thing, we can call it patterns, we can call it circles, whatever they want to give to it. Some people, so far they belong to a family line, a bloodline, a lineage. No matter what they do, right or wrong, they will never be financially free. And their financial destiny has already been determined. Why? Because the only way to change this is to pay less attention to hard work for a while and go the way of spiritual. And let me tell you, when you see that you are working out, doing everything, you are smart, you are intellectual, you are doing everything, and it's not working out, just take a break for a while and find out something is wrong. Because when you are doing everything that is right and you are having negative impact or negative results, that shows that something is wrong somewhere. At least that has given you a clue that it's not about what I'm doing right or wrong, it's about something controlling the outcome of what I'm doing. So if I'm not condescending on you or demeaning your intelligence, but one thing is for sure, no one lives in self-deceit and successfully make ground in life. People don't want to agree to this matter, but it's fine. Especially if you find yourself in Africa, this should not be a shocking thing to you. These have been things that have been happening again and again to people. So I've found people that have done many things that is right, that has to work out, but yet it has looked as though somebody was manipulating the whole game against them, and every result they have found around this is just negative. So that shows that pause for a while and go the way of spiritual, and you now found out to your shock that something around your input is right and something around your output has been manipulated. So, and I will say more than that. Now, the fifth and the last I'm going to say is the religious cage. One of this way, or let me say, one of the ways to know that spirit of poverty is control of finances is religious cage. And what do I mean? People that feel unholy or they feel uncomfortable whenever you are discussing larger sum of money or a financial growth. Have you seen people that always feel uncomfortable whenever money of wealth is mentioned? The moment they hear topic about money, they started feeling unnatural. Even Christians, they started feeling unspiritual. This look religious and spirit for me, mostly because of the mass behavior of many clergymen who has overstressed the issue of prosperity, issue of wealth to the extreme. So people begin to build a stronghold against money. They begin to build a defense against money, and in order to just safeguard their soul against the loss of money. And I commended that, and I see that appreciable, but they are not balanced. The unbalanced and unhealthy mindset, this unbalanced and unhealthy mindset has made the job easy for the spirit of poverty to trap many people. Because anytime there's an opportunity to make money, even in a clean and legal and righteous way, the people's soul is always detached from it. So anytime you always feel irritated about wealth, you are just an easy prey for poverty. So when there's a time or where there is opportunity to make money in a clean way, in a legal way, and even in a righteous way, not my three words, people don't still seem interested in it because somebody have talked them away out of that reality. So people don't see wealth as something they want to amass. So their mindset has make it easy for and make them an easy target for the spirit of poverty to work against them. So if you have this unholy mindset about the issue of money, I will implore you to have a second thought and have a proper healthy mindset about it. It's a sign that you are being controlled by spirit of poverty. You are not meant to have all the money in the world. You don't even need it. That's the truth. But the one you need to cater for yourself, your family, and your immediate relative is enough for you to have. And if that's only the money you have on earth, you are fruitful. You are blessed already. It's not until you have or your name appear on Forbes list of millionaires or billionaires on earth. You don't even need that. You see that now. And if God says that's your part, so be it. But at minimum, you don't even need that. You just need enough and extra to cater for yourself and your family. And that is what you must be working towards. So we should not have this unholy mindset about the issue of poverty, about the issue of money that has made us an easy prey for poverty to trap many of us. And I believe that this video has blessed you in no small way. Do well to comment, like, and subscribe. And I will see you in my next video. Thank you, and bye for now.